Hello everybody, Reaper X1 here again, back with another Saturday Showcase. Once again, we're featuring texts that were created by NGreyswandir, or Nightblade. Nightblade's easier, maybe I'll start calling him that. I'll still use his real name on the Showcase, so gotta keep things straight, right? But as always, anytime you're gonna play with the blocks, you gotta get them out first, right? And this time, we're doing Star Trek. So as you can see there, we had the Borg cube, and we got, I'm pretty sure it's the Enterprise. One of the versions, I'm not sure. I figured there was a bunch of them, as I've seen many when I was looking through things. And now, as we see here, they are worth quite a bit. So as we're getting into this one, I would like to welcome you. And thank you for joining me. Especially if you're a returning viewer, and just as much as if you're a new viewer. It's always appreciated. And as always, if you do like what you see, hey, fuel up the little channel. Likes, comments, and all that awesome stuff that only you guys can bring. That's what does it. And also, the Saturday Showcase. Oh, ow, clipped it. Is a good way to add some fuel to the tank. It is cheap, too. Now, I know some may be getting tired of hearing my little speech, but honestly, I find it important because it lets me say thank you and lets you know just how much I do appreciate all that you do for me and with me. Because without you guys, I couldn't have these Saturday Showcases. And as you can see, this cube is flying nice. Gets up in the air really good. Flies, clips along pretty nice. Not sure on the speed, doesn't have a speedometer. But it is hard to do maneuvers with. I got all disoriented, didn't know what way was up, what way was down. Downside to a cube, I guess. But as you can see, it has the potential to do quite a bit. Now, with a lot of time and practice, yeah, I could probably get pretty good with this. But I've got a few, well, we'll say an hour or so playing with it. And it wasn't long enough, I guess. So I got some things to work, but I think some of it is maybe limitations. Because the way the wings may be oriented inside, or the way the propellers are set up. Because really, I can't see the Borg cube being meant to do aerial acrobatics. It just doesn't seem like something that would be really believable in a spaceship, like for a mothership, big kind of wandering mobile colony, kind of like what I figure this cube is in Star Trek. I haven't really followed the series too close, any of them, so I don't really know 100% sure. I just kind of know what they are. But as you can see, I have my little lights here. Hopefully it'll help me keep oriented. And now here I'm just holding back. But as you can see, it wants to lay over on the side for some reason. So I'm not sure what's causing that. And really, the only one that could maybe give us a good answer with some certainty would be Nightblade, because he created it. He did all the testing. He knows what he went through to get this thing as awesome as it is. Oh, I found the ground again. I thought I was going to make it. I almost did. I thought. So yeah, it's a complicated one to get tricky with. But as far as like what its main use is probably meant to be, which is flying around, looking cool, and doing its thing, more of a really cool scout tech, I think, because it doesn't have any weapons. But it serves that purpose right well. Because like during my hour or so of playing around, I was flying flat ground, no problem. Turning was a little tricky because you had to like flutter the keys left and right just a bit. Because if you lean too far sideways, I was worried that I'd get stuck into that downward fall, basically. But now it's about time, as always, I try to do. I don't always rip them all apart, but this one's got me curious as to what he's got going on inside. So I'm going to rip this one apart a wee bit. And we'll see what's in here. And as I expected, yeah, there is a ton of propellers. Or Hawkeye rotary fans, I think they're actually called. And I'm getting shot? Jesus, man, I'm unarmed. I'm broken. And you're picking. Hey, I found the cab. Nice. Let's tear this apart real quick. That's what I like doing. I usually like to be back farther so I can see all the pieces fall and how they fall and all that. Oh, I was hoping to crush him under there, or at least get him stuck under there so he'd have to fight his way out. Crap, my cab's right there. No, don't shoot it. Don't do it, man. Don't you frickin' do it. Oh, it's so slow. It got real laggy. Oh, he shot me. Shot me in the back of the head. Not cool, dude. Not cool. I'm going to hide over here. Whoa, I'm sliding a lot. Okay, find myself a little spot. Yep. Haha. You'll never find me. Incognito. Disguised as a wing. Just a wing here. Don't mess with me. I'm just a wing. But anyway, we got to a new spot, and we got the Enterprise out. And look, her firepower is nice. Took care of that little feller quite handily. I'm pretty sure that guy got wiped out. I don't have radar. Well, I'm going to assume he was wiped out. Now this one, it's a little easier to control compared to the cube. And it can do a few tricks. But like with most oddly shaped flyers, not that it's bad, but you know, it's not like a standard kind of plain kind of design. They do have their little quirks. And I found with this one that if you roll too far sideways, like you turn it too sharp, that it tends to like to fall out of the sky real quick. So you got to kind of make the wider turns and nose up to make it really smooth. But if you want a sharp turn, you pretty much got to nose up, pull back as hard as you can, and then correct when needed, so you don't lean just that little bit too far, or you leave yourself enough room to kind of recover in case things do start falling. But as this low-level flying has become one of my favorite things to do, I really wanted to... Oh! I thought I was going to hit that rock. I wanted to take this thing out and see if it could manage just as good as I thought it would, and it has. I'm not super close to the ground, but that's mostly me just not being comfortable. It takes quite a bit of time. Oh, can I make it? Can I get it? Oh. Is it going to fall? Oh, it slipped off. Oh, well, we saved her, though. Look at that. I thought I was going to clip into a tree, and the next thing you know, be end over end or something crazy. That's right on. Man, I do have firepower on this, and all the enemies keep spawning, like, right beside me as I'm flying over, and none of them are out far enough ahead of me, so I think I'm going to try and find my way to that invader. I think he might be quite a ways away, so what I'm going to do... Oh, he's actually moving a bit. Well... Anyway, I think I got enough time or room. So what I'm going to do is, get some stuff on here too, eh? And I'm going to add those, so I know my elevation and all that, my altitude. Speed's nice too, because it gives you an idea of how fast you are falling or how fast you're going. Mainly for the falling, because it helps me judge how much room I'm going to need if I'm falling at such a speed. It's not exact science, but it's close. Oh, you're right there too. Okay, well, I was trying to get up there to do some acrobatics. Ooh. If I didn't know better, I'd say someone was launching missiles at me or something. Maybe there'll be two little guys down there for me to blow up. Or actually, that invader, I can't remember. Because that was from one of my other episodes, and he spawned in. I just left him alone. So I don't know, this might be a surprise. I don't even know if I've seen... Ooh, he's a fair size. Oh, I tickled him a little bit. Tickle, right about the ribs, pal. How you like me? Kind of circle back around here. See, with this thing traveling at over 100 miles an hour, it'd take a few passes before you could take out a guy like that. Because you're only going to get its payload to hit, at best, every shot but once, each time around. So, it's one of those things where, you just got to play around with it and keep circling. Keep doing the things and get them blown up. But anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time on him because it will take a long time. But as you can see, I got up high enough, I can now attempt my backflip. And it's a success. Woohoo! Right on. So I'm going to get up in the air a little higher. Yeah, that should be good action. I'm still above 5,000. Let's try a front flip and see how that goes. Alright, moment of truth. Will it make it? Oh, it's not looking like it. It's having a hard time. Well, we're going to just coat that one. Don't want to find the ground that quick. So it does have its flying limitations, but hey, I've never seen the Enterprise do a front flip either, so I think it does pretty good just being able to do a backflip. Like, that is pretty sweet. And it can also save itself really nicely, as you just saw. So I'm going to do a little bit of climbing here. Let's see what we can get into. I would like to do a barrel roll. But it does... That's kind of a barrel roll, but it's a falling barrel roll, we'll say. So that's not too shabby at all. Let's try that way. Oh, we're a little low on that one. Oh, crud. Crud. Yeah, that's a little close. I think I saw that kind of in a movie of Star Trek. The crash landing, anyway. But as we're kind of nearing the end here, you know, I'm going to take this little bit to thank you once again for joining me. I hope you did enjoy what you saw. And hey, if you like the text, you can try them out if you want. And while you're on my Saturday Showcase auditions thread, the link's down in the description. And hey, while you're there, why not send in your own snapshots or save games of your cool and original text, and maybe you could be one of the upcoming Saturday Showcase featured technologists. Because, you know, that's a pretty good way to kind of fuel up my little channel. Because that's all I ask. Is if you enjoy what you're seeing, you know, help fuel it up with the likes, the comments, the subscriptions, ding that bell. You know, give me feedback, give me constructive criticisms, anything that you think will help better my little channel. Because that's what it's all about, is making this channel better so we can all have more fun sharing our ideas. And hey, there's also another way to fuel up the little channel if you really are interested. You can go without, say, a cup of coffee or a chocolate bar for a day. There's a little paypal.me link down in the bottom. Set up for $2. If you feel like sending a donation into the channel, it would be more than appreciated, and it would also get your name entered into a draw for a 3D printed tech that could be yours. Currently it's valued at $40, but hey, the more support, the more the value can go up, right? So as always, you know, great job, Nightblade or NGreyswandir, whatever you prefer, let me know. But yeah, once again, great techs. Really enjoyed playing with them. I'll be on to one of your other showcases eventually. Don't worry, I got a few in between though. So until next time, everybody, keep being the awesome and keep having a good one. Bye.